Yo, what is up, y'all? Dubsmind here, and today we're doing the game preview for the Warriors vs. the Nets. That was not a good game against the Raptors. At least the 49ers, though, clutched up and at least didn't ruin my mood for the day. That was good, but yeah, that was not a great game. One of the probably worst Steve Kerr coaching games, maybe, just because of the fact that we should have had maybe the bigs out there, but also I kind of understand why he didn't because of the fact that the Raptors were playing small, so kind of want to need a matchup with that. But I feel like having QP in there for some of those late game rebounds would have helped. That was probably the game that I got the most mad at. There's other games where I got really sad or depressed, but that was the one I got most mad at. Not only because of just like the whole center position issue, but like in subbing whatever, but also just the fact that Steph got that offensive foul. Like, that was so dumb. Like, I don't know how you can call an offensive foul on that, but it is what it is. We just roll on. We got a back-to-back today, 4:30 p.m. I don't know who's playing this game because it's a back-to-back. He's like, Steph is not listed, Draymond's not listed on here, so it's very interesting. Jimmy is there, but it's a game time decision. Yeah, I looked at some tweets and it seems like they're definitely playing, so that's that. We'll see how they're feeling because they've been playing a full overtime game literally last night. They had to fly from Canada all the way over to Brooklyn, so I don't know. We'll see if the vets are kind of tired or not. So young players definitely need to step up. And yeah, matchup predictor 63% to Brooklyn's 37%. Also, yes, there is no news today because it's only been a day and there really isn't much NBA news really besides like All-Star voting. But it's like, who really cares? So yeah. But yeah, that's the matchup predictor. I mean, if it was like a normal one, sure, makes sense. But the fact that we lost last night and also it's a back-to-back kind of makes me feel like it goes towards the Nets a little bit. And apparently the Nets have been pretty good recently in terms of like the last few games records. So let's look at the injury report for both teams. So LJ Cryer's out still, probably. Jimmy Butler is probable. Al Horford has what? Al Horford rest has been ruled out for Monday's game against the Raptors. He played in that game, right? Did I see that correctly? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was doing solidly. I remember this. What the heck? Okay, that's odd. Seth went underwent his MRI, so he should be back in 2 weeks, hopefully. But that's reevaluation, so it might be a while. He might not be coming back, which does suck. So yeah, Melton was resting, even though it was a injury type thing that when we read it. But they had him resting for that last game so he can play against the Brooklyn Nets, which is kind of sad when you think about the fact that the whole reason why we lost is because we didn't have enough ball handlers on the floor, which we could have solved by playing Pat, but Steve Kerr didn't do that. And then the fact that Melton didn't play that game, which is like one of our ball handlers. But yeah, so Al Horford is probably going to be out. So yeah, I mean, probably just regular teams, just Jimmy's going to be playing. And then obviously Al and Melton switching essentially. For the Nets, Zaire Williams is probable, and Haywood Highsmith has been out for a long time, so probably going to not play this game either. So pretty much both teams are still at full strength, essentially, so yeah. We'll look at the individual stats here. I mean, they're still like a, what you call like a typical rebuilding team. But, I mean, they, like MPJ has been balling the hell out. Cam Thomas, like always, 22 points. But it's small games played. Did he just come back or something? I think, yeah, it seems like he just came back or something from injury. Or no, this was like, last game was literally the game he just came back from, but he had a whole long injury here. So that's that. But yeah, MPJ's been balling. There's been talk about like maybe the Warriors trying to get him or something. Like, not like actual rumors or anything, but he might be like a good trade piece for them. It's like, I see it. It's not bad. We need scoring more than defense, but it's just like, I don't know how much I still trust his defense. Even though, like, yeah, I know we have, like, Jimmy and Draymond to cover some stuff up and whatever, but, again, depending on who goes out, maybe, like, Draymond has to go out. I don't know. It's like, obviously, you wouldn't do a trade if it's Draymond for MPJ, but I'm just wondering for, like, salary reasons. I don't know, like, how you would match it to get someone like MPJ. I'm assuming it's probably, like, JK and Buddy Hield or something like that, but, yeah. I mean, if it's for JK and Buddy Hield in a pick, it's like, that's probably not that bad. I would definitely get MPJ even with his defensive, like, shortcomings and, like, potential playoff shortcomings, just because you're not giving away a whole ton of value. But, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Don't want to talk about MPJ too much here, but... yeah, and Brooklyn just, again, same situation with the Raptors where their offense sucks, but our defense sucked last night, so it didn't really matter if the Raptors offense really sucked because they ended up just putting on hell of points on us, but that's, again, the same situation. Surprisingly, the Nets are more solid on the defense, essentially. 17th defensive rating, 26th offensive rating. Very interesting considering they have MPJ and Cam Thomas on this team. But I guess in a way you can say that those two are the only people scoring because it drops off to 13 points per game here, and then everyone else is not scoring much. So maybe that's why they're bad. Like, field goal percentage is 27th in the league. 3-point field percentage is 25th in the league. 30th in defensive rebounds, 20th in total rebounds, 26th in steals. Assists is okay, but still below league average. 27th in turnovers. They turn over the ball a lot. And 30th in raw points scored in the league. So, not a good offensive team, but they're a really good defensive team. Though the percentages don't really show it because 25th in opposing field goal percentage, 25th in opposing 3-point percentage. But the amount of shots they allow for threes is second in the league, and same for field goal attempts. So people don't get, opposing teams don't get as much shots off, but they also, but when you do get your shots off against the Brooklyn Nets, you end up making a lot of them. Maybe because there's just not enough pressure from them, from their players defensively, so that's why. But they are I don't know how they managed to be this solid as a defensive team, 17th in the league defense rating with these stats, but I guess what it is. I mean, you still have good defensive players, it's not terrible, like Nick Claxton as your center, and you got Noah Clowney, Sarah Williams. I don't know most of these players, honestly. I've heard of them, but I just don't really know them as a player that much. But, I guess, those types of players being good on defense. But, yeah, I mean, you better win against this team, that's for sure. If we lose against this team, oh my god, dude, it's going to feel way more over than it has ever been before. So, yeah. Young guys got to step up, though, because the vets are probably somewhat tired against, playing against the Raptors in the back-to-back with the overtime game and the fact that they had to travel from Canada because it was against Toronto, so longer travel time. It's probably going to be pretty tiring for them, so young guys got to step up. And yeah, I mean, I said Pat Spencer last game, very odd that again when we needed a ball handler, Steve didn't put him in, so that's another reason why I thought that was a pretty bad Steve game. Because Pat should have gone and he would have helped us not turn the ball over, especially towards that end of that third quarter, which was miserable. It was also dumb though, because even if we didn't put in the ball handlers, the team should have just been better in terms of knowing to bring a second player to help out whoever's gonna get double teamed. Because I get it after the first time, it's they sprung it on you very quickly, so you couldn't really expect it. But for the second and third time, you should know that they're gonna keep on doing it. So you need that second player to come up the court and help grab the ball when one of our players is getting double teamed. It just did not happen that game. It was genuinely so irritating to see, but. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna still say Pat, or I mean, I guess Melton too, because again, ball handling and whatever. Turnovers were not bad in the first half, but the second half was miserable. So again, I mean, but not because we were playing super bad in terms of the ball handling, whatever. Because obviously, we still had some, but it was mainly Toronto playing really good defense. So. Just limit those stupid turnovers that you caused for yourself. And yeah, I'll just say D-Melt's probably X factor today, just because again, ball handling is needed, and we'll need some additional shooting whenever we can use it. I'm just hoping that D-Melt can get his shooting back up to what it was last year. I mean, it's been a little bit better recently, so hopefully he can get it up there. Yeah, I mean, as long as you play good defense, aka not like last night, you should be able to win against this team because your offense should be solid enough to the point where you outscore them because you just play good defense because they can't score really. So yeah, I don't know what else to say really. Again, the team they just played last night, so it's not too much to say. But yeah. That's gonna be it, I think. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.